Hi there, everyone. So my name is Justin Bartholomew. I am friends with Mr. Fritz, and he asked me if I could talk to you guys a little bit about the health that we do to kind of keep our newborn calves healthy. So what are different things that we do to kind of minimize our risk to sickness? So we do a few different things here on our ranch. We raise here about 200 cow-calf pairs, mostly of Simmental Angus breed. So majority, we have everything is a black cow. We actually have just one red cow. But that's what we do here. And so we start calving. We actually started about March, I think 19th was when our first calf came. And we are kind of in the thick of it. So I think today so far we've had 8 calves, and it is 10 a.m. So we'll see how many we have by the end of the day. But anyways, back to some calf health. So we start boosting the milk of our cows. We start feeding them a mineral supplement back in January and February. And this mineral supplement has what's called rumensin in it. And rumensin is basically kind of an antibiotic type of drug that is mixed in with the mineral, and that way as the cows eat it throughout January, February, and March, when they're gearing up to getting ready for calving, they're starting to make milk, and then this milk will have the antibiotics to a degree that it needs to prevent an illness that we have strictly on our farm, which is called coccidiosis. Coccidiosis is not a fun thing you ever want to have in a calf. It basically, when you find a calf with coccidiosis, it is pooping blood. So it's really gross. Coccidiosis is a disease that eats away the intestines, hence why there's blood in the poop. And so by the time you actually find it in a calf, that calf is already very, very sick, because it takes about probably, I would say, 5 days roughly for you to actually start seeing the poop in its blood. So it's already been deteriorating the intestines inside that calf before you actually see the issue. So that's something that we do specifically on our farm to help with coccidiosis. Now another thing that can come up is scours, and there's a lot of things out there to help with calf scours. So calf scours is basically when a calf gets sick and it starts having really bad diarrhea. It can get very dehydrated due to calf scours, and so it's not something that you ever want for a calf to have. So we actually give this here is called Scour Boss. So we give this like in our heifers. A heifer is obviously a cow that has never had a calf before. So she's never had a calf in her life, and so we want to make sure when she has that first calf that she doesn't have to worry about it being sick or having any issues. So we give our heifers a Scour Boss shot in the fall of last year to really kind of kickstart getting this into the cow system, and then we give them another shot of it in about, I think this year it was about the end of January, early February. We gave them another shot of this Scour Boss, and is what this drug does. So this kind of same thing as like with our mineral supplement and the rumensin. So this drug gets inside of their system, and so then when they start creating milk, their milk will have some of this Scour Boss immunity in the milk. So when the calf drinks the milk, it's automatically getting a Scour Boss vaccine, more or less, and going to be prevented from ever receiving Scour Boss, or at least very much reducing its risk of ever getting scours. If a calf ever does get scours, sometimes you have to give it electrolytes, and electrolytes is basically kind of a powder. You mix it with water, and warm water, and then you have to tube it down the calf just to kind of boost the dehydration and kind of the electrolytes, more or less, within the calf. Give it a little extra life. But something that we also have is this handy dandy, I have no idea how old this product is, but it still works. There's really no expiration date on it, but it more or less is a scouring pill. So it's a large pill to a human, but for a calf it's not big at all. So we'll give it a few of them, and that kind of is more or less a pill for helping to treat scours and works in the system and does its job there. But something else we do is when a calf is born, we want to make sure that it gets off to a good start. So obviously we want to make sure that it gets colostrum from its mom. Colostrum being the very first milk that a calf will ever receive. And that colostrum is full of antibodies and really good things that that calf needs to boost its immunity. If a calf doesn't ever receive colostrum, it will just probably simply die because it will get sick from the dumbest thing and his body won't be able to fight it off. But something else we give is a little mineral. This is Multimin 90. It's a little mineral vaccine or shot that we give them. Just to kind of boost the minerals within them and give them a little extra life. Ideally, we'd be giving a vitamin shot too, but the vet didn't have that on hand this year, so we didn't get that one. But that's what we do. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.